Hi, I'm Ron Gallo, CEO of the Community Foundation of Louisville. I love Give for Good Louisville because it is the most equitable, fair fundraising apparatus for our nonprofits that I can think of. And it seems to tap into the generosity of the people of Louisville. We have one of the most successful giving days in the country. The smallest of organizations that shouldn't be spending a lot of money on fundraisers and fancy materials for a very low price can come into this group of organizations, get training, learn how to promote themselves, and then, of course, on Giving Day, look at some pretty good numbers.
Good morning. Happy Give for Good Louisville Day. What's up, Jessica?
Hi. Good morning, Chris. How are you? Good morning, Kentuckiana.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy Give for Good Louisville Day. Welcome to Louisville Slugger Field. My name is Chris Judd, the Giving Day guy. This is Jessica Holman. She's sitting right next to me here, but on your screen, she's right here. We are so thrilled to be here this morning, back for the 10th annual Give for Good Louisville Day. This is going to be fun, Jessica. We've got guests lined up both virtually and in person. Yeah. Look, I'm going to put Chelsea on the screen just for a second. She can wave hello. There she is. Hello.
You can wave.
Christina, I'm sorry. Not Chelsea. Chelsea's over there. Christina's over here. It's an early morning, Christina. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yes.
And there's Nathan. He's going to come in a second.
Nice.
So, Jessica, I'm going to let you take it away here.
Yes.
And say hello to Nathan.
Hi, Nathan. How's it going?
Good morning, Jessica. It's going well.
Hey, you are the first Give for Good Louisville interview. Yay. Thank you
I'm
for
proud
kicking
to
off.
be it.
Yeah, thank you for kicking off the 10th anniversary with us. Nathan Broom is with Leadership Harrison County. So tell us about, it's been 29 years, right? So tell us more
That's right.
about
Yeah.
your organization and your mission.
Thanks, Jessica. I'd be happy to. Our mission is one that's short, and even I can remember it. It's developing servant leaders for tomorrow. So that is, in a nutshell, what we do. We don't really define how that service should happen. We really feel that the passions and abilities and networks of the members of our community are the strength of our community. And so what we aim to do is just bring a group of people together who care about this community and want to see it become a better place, and let them run wild, get to know each other. We try to instill some new skills and thoughts into them, but really we rely on their abilities and their passions to make this community what it is. And for 29 years, they've been doing that. We've got about 500 graduates of the program. So we've got plaques that look kind of like this all over our community. We've got them anywhere from, some of the elected leaders and CEOs of our community, just down to everyday people who have something that they care about, and they're working to make this place better.
Oh, I love it. Growing the network and sharpening folks' skills. And you do that through a host of programs, right?
Exactly. The flagship program, like a lot of leadership programs around the country. Of course, there's one in Louisville. There's one in Southern Indiana that's kind of a big sibling of ours and a big supporter as well. But yeah, we do that primarily through taking a group of adults through a year of leadership training. It kind of follows the school schedule. So we just kicked off our 29th year with our retreat earlier this week. Got a great group of 16 coming in energized for this year's program. And one of the things so they get together once a month and have a class day. But one of the biggest things that they do is we challenge them to create a project of their own dreams and desires and make it happen in our community. And every year they wow us with what they do. One year, about 6 years ago, the group decided it was time to have a youth program in our community. So they created a youth leadership program, which takes students from all 4 of our county high schools and takes them through kind of a scaled down version of the adult program during the school year. We've got great buy-in from our schools, great interest. It's one of the hardest things I have to do every year is turn away some students from that program. but because we just only have so much space. So we have programs for youth and adults to introduce them to servant leadership and to equip them with tools and inspire them to get out there and make change.
Okay, well, that sounds wonderful, Nathan. I love how you have a component of bringing in the youth to get them invested in their community, get them started early, and grow with the programs. I love that. Now, is there an opportunity for the youth to evolve into the adult program as well? Or how does that work?
There absolutely is. It doesn't happen directly, and I'm still waiting to get that first adult application from a former youth graduate. The earliest graduates for the youth program were in 2019. So a lot of them went off to college, and quite a few of them are returning to our community. So I'm really looking forward to when we get that first application from one of them for the full adult program.
So what does Give for Good Louisville mean to your organization? And how can people learn more?
Thanks for asking. Well, it's our first year doing it, so honestly, we're learning as we go. I'm really grateful to the Community Foundation for including Southern Indiana in this. I know you are the Community Foundation of Louisville, but we feel like we're all one community, one big, broad community, and I really appreciate that you've made that a fact by including this side of the river in your efforts. So we don't know exactly what to expect. We've had a fun time with your media partners and just promoting it and becoming part of the scene. I woke up early this morning and made some gifts to organizations on both sides of the river, and just want folks to know that they can support us through the Give for Good Louisville website, or of course any day through our own website. But I also want them to not just support Leadership Louisville, Leadership Harrison County, but to look around the community and see what other organizations they want to support. We spend a lot of our effort promoting the nonprofit community that we feel like is such a big part of making Harrison County what it is, true across the whole Kentuckiana region. So I love the way that you can just add a lot of gifts to your cart and then make it all in one transaction. And I hope we'll see a lot of full carts throughout the day today.
Yeah, you said it. This is a Kentuckiana wide initiative, and we want those folks in Kentuckiana to support the organizations doing the great work every day, and you are definitely one of them. Is there anything else you would like to share before we go, Nathan?
I mentioned the project and I mentioned the youth growing out of that. I just want to mention a couple of the other recent projects that our classes have dreamed up and delivered. If you go to our giving site, you'll see a picture of the ribbon cutting in front of the little free pantry that this past year's class installed. They actually installed 6 of those around the county, and it's just a box, a lot like a little free library, but it's a place for neighbors to help meet the needs of other neighbors. They're open 24 hours a day. It's a place you can drop off non-perishable goods that people might need, or you can go and pick up. No questions asked, no judgment, just a place to share with neighbors, even if you may not know them face to face. I think that's a great example of the way that our communities looking out for each other and just expressing affection and care, even when they're not face to face.
All right, it's been a pleasure talking to you, and good luck
Likewise,
today.
Jessica.
Good luck, and I can't wait to hear the results.
Same here. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Hey, it's PK with Alt 1051, and you are watching the 10th annual Give for Good Louisville Live. So let's get back to Slugger Field.
All right, Jessica, we are ready to rock and roll with our next organization. We're joined by Christina from the Community Clinic. Let's get her up on screen.
Christina Kim, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
That's me.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So, I had a whole party in my head, and you're having it now.
Oh, am I supposed to take this off?
You can take them off if you want.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Okay.
So tell us about the Family Community Clinic.
So I am very excited to share a little bit about Family Community Clinic. We are a nonprofit free clinic, and our mission is to promote the health and well-being of the medically uninsured. So we only see medically uninsured patients, but when we see our patients, everything in our clinic is free. So we have a very unique clinic in that all of our providers, from the doctors, nurse practitioners, the nurses, the scribes, the interpreters, everyone, they are all volunteers. We do not pay any of our providers, and they generously donate their time and energy and efforts to helping these patients. And
That's awesome. So, what's the age range for folks that, if they were inquiring to get involved or have a family member in need, what should they do?
We see patients from anywhere from children all the way to adults. So all they need to do is just contact the clinic and schedule an appointment. For volunteers, we take anyone over the age of 18. We have students and we have retired folks, and then we have regular workers who are just wanting to volunteer their time.
So tell me, how did the organization get started?
So the organization was started in 2011 by Mayor Greg Fisher's father. There was a few members of Louisville who wanted to get together to create a free clinic for those who are uninsured, and so, okay, I can look at you. Okay, sorry, there's multiple cameras.
There's a lot going on, I know.
Okay, yeah. So that's how the organization got started. We got started through Greg Fisher's father, along with some other members who were interested in setting up a free clinic to get those who are kind of, who slipped through the cracks of the medical healthcare system. And so that is how our clinic got started.
So what does Give for Good Louisville mean to your organization?
For us, it's very important because we provide everything for our patients. So we pay for their labs, we pay for their diagnostic tests. And so because of that, 100% of the donations go straight towards funding that.
So how long have you guys been participating with Give for Good Louisville?
From what my understanding is, I've only been with the clinic for 3 months now, so I'm relatively new. But from my understanding, we've been with Give for Good since the beginning of Give for Good.
Oh, so are there any new initiatives? Since you're new, but is there
Yeah,
anything you'd like to share with the folks?
So we do intend to start an ENT program. We do have a provider who's already lined up who wants to get ready, but we need donations and we need the funds to get all the equipment so that we can see patients to treat them for ear, nose, and throat.
So that's a new service.
A new service that we're trying to implement, but it's still, we are still in the baby phases and trying to get the donations necessary to get that rolling. Yeah.
And do you mind repeating the mission?
Yeah, our mission is to promote the health and well-being of the medically uninsured.
All right, Jessica, I got one for you. Christina.
Yeah.
If someone is watching this from outside of Louisville,
Yes.
They're watching from somewhere around the country or around the world, what do you want them to know about the Kentuckiana region and about Louisville today?
I would just say I am a little biased. I am a native Louisvillian, but I think people just genuinely care. There's a lot of compassion, and there's a lot of people who are willing to volunteer and donate time and money to help others, and I think that's just absolutely beautiful, and I want people to know that.
It's a cool feeling, isn't it?
It
It's
is.
like a
It's
cool
a
day to be a
great-
part of.
Yeah, it's a great feeling, and it's really nice to see the community just come together and help each other.
Well, we really appreciate you being here this morning. This has just been wonderful. Thank you for coming in first thing in the morning. I know it's an early morning to get out here, and you got a lot of work to do today. Do you have any big goals for the day, like a big fundraising goal?
We're looking at the Derby, the Churchill Downs.
The greatest 2 minutes.
The greatest 2 minutes, so we're going to try to go for that. But I think we're just happy to get any sort of donation. And if you'd like to volunteer, please feel free to call us, and we'll be happy to take you as a volunteer as well.
We love that. Your friend, I don't know if she's a coworker. Do you know Bev Beckman?
Yes, Bev. She's a great part of our team.
She says, big thanks to all our volunteer medical providers.
Yes.
So
Yes, everyone's doing it out of their own generosity and their own time. And so thank you to all of our volunteers and our board members, our staff, everyone who makes our clinic run. So
thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate you.
Thank
It's very nice to
you.
meet you.
nice to meet you as well.
And Jessica, we will be right back with our next organization. We got one more.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
Hey y'all, it's Amy Nick with 102.3 The Rose. It is Kentuckiana's 10th annual Give for Good Louisville. Now let's get back to meeting all the wonderful nonprofit organizations back at Louisville Slugger Field.
Thanks, Amy. Hey, Chris Trump, the Giving Day guy here. We're back here in our 7:30 a.m. hour. Thanks for sticking around with us this morning. It is Give for Good Louisville Day. I'm going to throw it back over to Jessica to introduce our next wonderful nonprofit organization.
Yeah, it was great seeing Amy on there. She's a Louisville native too. So, good morning. We're back, and we are talking with Pete Talley from LHOME.
Good morning. Glad to be here.
Great. I'm glad to have you. Thank you for celebrating 10 years of Give for Good Louisville with us.
Oh, it's great. Yes.
It's a great day. So tell us about LHOME.
Love to. LHOME was established in 2011. It stands for the Louisville Housing Opportunities Micro Enterprise Community Development Loan Fund. So now you understand why we go by LHOME.
Yes.
I had nothing to do with the name, but we are an inclusive CDFI lender. So that's a community development financial institution. We're certified. We're certified in 2018. And we make small business loans and some consumer loans in the low to moderate income and African American communities here in Louisville.
That's amazing.
Yes.
And so what's the mission? What is the mission? And
the mission
vision?
is really to provide inclusive lending opportunities, and so we try to remove those obstacles that have been historically been in front of low to moderate income and African American population, to give them equal access and equal opportunity to the American dream, to entrepreneurship. We also try to stabilize our community by offering some consumer loans with home repairs so people can stay in their homes, property tax loans and things of that nature. But it's really about just providing equity, inclusivity, and opportunity for folks that have not always had that.
So how long have you been with LHOME?
I have been with LHOME a little over a year and a half now, so relatively new, but very happy and excited to be there.
Yeah. Do you have a story you would like to share that's near and dear to your heart?
You know, there really are so many of them. When you think about making someone's dream come true, and so quite literally we see folks from their ideation, I always wanted to own a business stage, to beginning to work with LHOME. We have financial counselors and coaches that work with our customers and clients anywhere from 20 to 60 hours before they even put in an application. So we're just helping them get ready for that process, getting their financials in order, and then making those loans. But you know, one of the other things that we are really proud of are trying to get folks away from those predatory lenders that are out there. And so just a quick story, we had a customer who had an original about $11,000 predatory loan. 8 months later, when they walked in our doors, they owed about $87,000 with no additional principal. So working with folks, making sure that they don't turn to those type of opportunities and giving folks that access is really what we love to do. And then just seeing folks' businesses grow and be able to provide for their family and so forth.
That's wonderful. I know just for personal and just talking to my friends, financial literacy is a thing,
It is.
and just sometimes it could be overwhelming just knowing certain words or what to ask. So are you guys coaching folks financially before they make decisions, or are people walking in knowing exactly what they want to do?
No. It really is a learning experience. And so, as I said, a lot of times we get folks at that very beginning stage of, I've always wanted to own a business. This is what I want to do. And so our coaches really work with them. They work with them on the business side, putting their financials together. A lot of times when we have existing businesses, folks come in with their proverbial shoebox of receipts, and that's their financials. And so we work with them to get those in order. And we also use a lot of resources out in the community. So they work with the Small Business Development Center, they work with the Louisville Urban League and Entrepreneur Center to help folks get ready. And so we try to utilize all the resources that we can to put folks in the best position to be successful.
So are you pursuing any prizes today?
Directly, no, but indirectly, all of them. And so, I think some of those kind of things kind of happen best organically. And so hopefully our donations will come in at the right time and the right numbers, and so that we're able to maybe win some of those prizes that are out there.
Well, yeah, so this is your chance to educate the community. Are there certain initiatives that you want to educate the public on, or is there anything you would like to enhance while you're sitting here?
What I would like the public to know is that no one entity can do this themselves, but it is a benefit to the entire community to help improve the economic status of African Americans in our community. And just real quickly, the Federal Reserve did a study that said if the African American population in Louisville, Kentucky had socioeconomic parity with the rest of the community, black African American buying power, black buying power in Louisville would increase by $1.4 billion. So equity and inclusion will be a benefit to the entire community, because that money, that increase in spending will be spread across the entire Louisville community. So equity and inclusion doesn't reduce the size of the pie. You're not giving up anything. It actually makes the pie bigger for everyone.
Well, we're really thrilled to feature your organization today. Thank you so much for coming down. And we're going to be featuring a lot of Black-led and Black benefiting organizations all throughout the morning and through the afternoon today. It's wonderful to see the resiliency of the community and the growth here, especially today on Give for Good Louisville Day. Thank you so much for taking the time for coming down this morning.
Thank you for having me.
It's been wonderful to meet you.
Thank you.
And we wish you the best of luck today. I'll be rooting for you for all the prizes. That's a great strategy. I love that.
Yeah.
I love
I'm not going to turn any of them down.
No, take every single one. That's great. And hopefully we'll see you tonight at trivia as well. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Keith.
Thank you.
Jessica, it is coming up on 8 a.m. We are going to roll on to our next stream. You're going to stick with us as our host, of course. You're not going
Yes.
anywhere.
Thanks for having me, Chris. It's been fun so far.
It's been awesome. And now we can see that bridge and everything behind you there. We were talking about the connection to Southern Indiana. Well, there's the bridge right by, like it's real, you know?
I can see the sign, the Gift for Good Louisville sign, other picture right there. And
There you go.
donate today.
We'll take one quick look here, Jessica. So there's the leaderboard right now, $619,000. You like I can bring that up for you there too?
I like that.
I got the music in your ears too. If you
I'm
don't have
coming
headphones
back
back
to the
on.
party. I'm coming back.
$620,000 raised already, and it's not even 8 a.m. That's a pretty cool feeling, huh?
Thank you, Kentuckiana. You guys are showing out and showing up for the 10th anniversary for Give for Good Louisville.
We will be right back. Don't go anywhere. If you're watching on giveforgoodlouisville.org, make sure you hit that refresh button so you bring up that 8 a.m. broadcast in 5 minutes. If you're on Facebook, we got another broadcast starting here in just a couple minutes as well. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. This is Give for Good Louisville Live. That's right, Jessica, from Louisville Slugger Field. Be right back.